News well been waiting for.
After 50 minutes behind closed doors seeking legal advice, Hudson's mayor and town council delivered a bit of a bombshell. A happy bombshell.
We are forgiving all A-list tickets issued to date with the northbound Well County Road cameras.
The town council then voted to void and refund all tickets, all 31,000 tickets from a temporary camera on northbound County Road 49. Again, 31,000 tickets, totaling $1.2 million, written in the span of 42 days. Steve on your side's been asking questions about that camera, the same questions people who got tickets had.
WTF?
Like, why wasn't there a 30-day warning period required by state law? Or why was that camera plopped 400 feet shy of a 55-mile-an-hour sign in a 40-mile-an-hour zone, where the only sign of that is pretty far away? The mayor acknowledged people heading north out of that gas station had no notice the speed limit was 40.
The cabin placement was inadequate based on the traffic departing from Pilot headed northbound of Well County 49.
Hudson is now the second town in Colorado to void and refund speeding tickets after reporting from Steve on your side.
We are going to refund tickets.
This January, the town of Kersey canceled $1.1 million in hefty fines after our reporting showed they charged more than their law allowed.
Senate Bill 152.
That reporting led state lawmakers to pass a bill this session
Concerning changes to the usage of automated vehicle identification systems.
clarifying the rules for using these cameras.
One moment.
The governor's still chewing on whether or not to sign it. Among the many changes it makes, it requires more notice and requires towns actually mail warnings during their warning periods, something Hudson and Kersey don't do.
We ran a bill this year.
Republican State Senator Byron Pelton told the Hudson Council about that bill Wednesday night.
Just know that the speed cameras were under a lot of scrutiny, and we need to make sure that we stay transparent.
Hudson's transparency met with a lot of appreciation.
This is one case where you can lose a lot of trust from this community. Doing the right thing today says a lot about everyone in this room. Taking accountability, coming together.
I'm Steve Steger. Wait, is that the end? Maybe you, like me, wonder where that temporary camera went. Hey, there it is, 20 miles up County Road 49 in Kersey on the southbound side. The chief there tells us its warning period started on Wednesday and tickets go live after the 4th of July. In an FAQ posted on the town's Facebook page today, they said that if you got one of these tickets and you still have it, you haven't paid it, that you can disregard that ticket. Now, if you had a hearing scheduled because you wanted to contest the ticket, because you've heard all of these things happening about that County Road 49 ticket, you can disregard that hearing because the ticket's been voided. As for those of you who have already paid, and I know there are a lot of you, about $666,000 has been paid, the town manager will now create a plan to figure out how to get refunds to people. Town manager is going to present that plan to the Hudson Town Council at their next regular meeting, which is on June 3rd, and then they should be able to go from there. If this works like it did in the town of Kersey, what you'll likely have to do is go to Hudson's website, fill out a form, tell them about your situation, tell them that you want a refund, and then they'll mail you a check. And we've heard from people in Kersey who have already gotten their refunds back, so we do know that this process does work. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on your side, 9 News.
Steve, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kim. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you, which is good news.
You can? How great is that?
I know, we're making baby steps here. This was just a really great report, and I was going to ask you, the town of Hudson, people are really proud of them for acting as they did. It took a little while for Kersey, but you're getting to know all those fine people in Weld County really well.
We are. Yeah, you know, the town board or town council, it's a town board in Kersey, it's a town council in Hudson, so it's hard to sort the two out every now and then. But the town council, they all kind of talked about how helpful it was to see people reacting to this story, to see how people were approaching the speed limits on that roadway, to figure out what the problems were, and it made their discussions about this a whole lot easier. They understood kind of what people were complaining about. They understood the positioning of that camera and the 55-mile-an-hour sign. And they also understood the lack of 40-mile-an-hour signs in that area. If you've ever been on County Road 49, you get off of I-76, there's a gas station right there on the right. The only 40-mile-an-hour sign is right next to I-76, and this was a third of a mile down the road, kind of where things start to open up. Seems like a rural highway, like there's tons of space, like you should be able to speed up. The town council heard from people in the comments to this story and started to realize kind of some of the issues. And you heard from people during that meeting who said it was refreshing to hear town leaders listen to them and react to it, make this decision, make the change, and admit that there was something wrong with this and move forward. Now, we should point out that the town said that they still want to put a camera out there because they know that there's a traffic problem. If you have documentation of that many people speeding through an area, they've got to figure it out. When they do it again, they're going to do a 30-day warning period. And they say there was discussion at least about putting some more signs out there so people know it's 40 miles an hour, because if you drive through that stretch, you only see that one sign. And if you're in the gas station, you don't even see a sign at all before you'd hit that camera.
Go back and visit your favorite spots, coffee shops or whatever in Hudson and Kersey. Thank you, Steve.